So tell me a little bit about your background. Where'd you go to school? How'd you decide to become an educator?
So I went to Towers High School, the CAB prodigy, went to Florida A&M University, graduated from there, got a job in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm a Marva Collins fan, so Marva Collins was my idol educationally with the Marva Collins story. Learned at that time the different types of students that there were, the different needs that they had and how to serve them. So that's where my drive became to get into education. So I taught elementary school in Fort Lauderdale, and then went to Siegel School, which is a center for teenage mom, advanced students, and the MOID, the independent living student, and was a ESC specialist, a specialist for special ed students there. So I did my first 10 years of service in education in Broward County. Moved back home after I had those children, be closer to mom. Got a job at Stone Mountain Middle School. Got into the administrative intern program and worked at McNair, Columbia Middle, and Lakeside High Schools. After that time, I got the job as assistant principal of instruction at Dunwoody High School. Did 4 years there and was recruited to come back to my alma mater to serve and rebuild Towers. And we have seen Towers make some very good strides. And promoted to principal this year. It's Tucker High School. Very humbling, very exciting. The culture here at Tucker is historical and very modern. There's everything in between. We have over 38 cultures and languages here, 27 languages here. So my vision this year is to, my motto this year is transforming and calibrating transition so that we can be in a place to where everybody knows what the other one's doing. We can talk about it. We can calibrate and be translatable at the same time. And that will assist us in building back culture. When it comes to athletics, we are a powerhouse. We have some growing to do, and we have to work with some of the other sports and not just the big sports. So we have that plan in place. Academically, there are a lot of teachers and department chairs here who are very concerned about their craft, and I call it operating just left of center, because they're just out of the box, but they're in the box enough to cultivate the needs. And so there's going to be a lot of projects going on and different things academically that are going to cultivate some of the specific needs of students, and making sure that we're transparent with that and calibrating that transparency so that we all are on the same page and we all can speak to the new and exciting things that's going on is what the vision is going to be. I am doing a lot of observing, a lot of watching, and a lot of listening right now, and have learned a lot. I love the situation. I tell everybody I've died and gone to heaven. The people here are wonderful. The students are just fabulous. They do what you need. They have some needs. We're working on some of those, and there's some very, very talented students here who we're working to extend them to put them in even better situations. So we are working hard, hitting the ground running, listening to everything that's going on, and trying to cultivate that change from a transparent situation so that we're all on the same page.
When we first talked, I think it was just after you had been named the principal, and that's 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It's been a whirlwind. It's been a very quick period of time. What have you been doing to get up to speed and get ready for the start of becoming principal at Tucker High School?
The first 4 weeks, I did half the day here and half the day at Towers in the transition piece. Had a lot of meetings with department heads, program heads, because we have the STEM, the AB, the IB, and the AP, Advanced Gifted programs here. Special ed programs, talking to all of those heads of programs and department heads who understand the culture and climate for their departments from their lenses. And then the other thing I did was to have the secretary schedule meetings at 15-minute, 30-minute, and 45-minute increments so that the other teachers and parents and students even who wanted to have a conversation about what was near and dear to them, we could do that in an organized fashion. So I've gathered a whole lot of information, and we're working through, while I was on vacation, my administrative team was changed. So I have 2 new administrators that I've yet to meet, and I'm going to pull them in the team, and we're going to get in and get it going. The good part about it is the team that I inherited, the work that we did in that short period of time has us already ready for school. We're already in a situation to where we can hit the ground running, and students will have schedules, teachers have schedules, parents understand what's going on, and we can operate on a day-to-day manner appropriately.
I think people would pretty much universally agree that Tucker High School is in a better place than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. 5 years, 10 years down the road, where do you see things? How do you see Tucker High School being different?
5 years down the road, I'd like to see our CCRPI score up about 10 points. In 10 years, I'd like to see that old Tucker spirit where every student has on a hoodie or something that says Tucker, to where the tradition of the fight song, the alma mater, all of those traditions are honed in, and the care of the student goes back to what it was and what we knew Tucker was when I was across down the way at Towers. You knew anytime you saw Tucker anywhere, it was going to be a lot of them. Everybody was going to be there. They were going to have a lot of spirit, and the love and care for each other was always prevalent. And that is where I like to see Tucker High School in 10 years.
Last question for you. In your time as an educator, how important have you seen it? How important do you see it at Tucker High School, the need for parental involvement?
The need for parental involvement in every school is very high. Because I've only met with 3 parent groups since over the last 2 months, the senior group right now, senior parent group, is the group that I am working with very tenderly, because their students are the ones that's getting ready for the next level. So for them to have taken the initiative to want to sit down and understand how they can help and what they could do makes my job and our jobs a little bit easier. But making sure that we mold and we structure how that involvement is and what it looks like, and make sure that it is efficient and is at a place where all students do well, not just a few, is what we would like to see happen here at Tucker High School. So the administrative team and I are working with the calendar so that we can meet all the different work schedules and do things at different times of the day for different periods of time in different locations, so that we can meet as many parents where they are, especially for those parents who are unable to come in to us as regularly as possible, but so that everybody, every student, regardless, gets the same type of exposure and access to all of the good things going on at Tucker High School.